must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Joel 3:9. And it reads, proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Garadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered in the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered through the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. That be like unto the speckled bird through the four corners of the globe. I say shalom to you Akim out there. And this is a news article, the scriptures that I just brought out, and relates to this, especially the Joel 3:9, And this is a news article in the news of December the 2nd, 2022, at 12:58 p.m. Central Standard Time on this Friday noon. And a highlight of this news article, and it reads for rtnews.com, alternative world news around the world. And it reads for in the news of December the 2nd, 2022. U.S. troops are combat ready on the Russians' border. Lieutenant Commander says, right, and this goes after a couple of weeks of United States was training Ukraine soldiers. And then you have U.S. soldiers still stationed over there in the Eastern Europe part over there as well, too. Right along with Romania and all those other countries. So this does makes a lot of sense. And it says Army, I'm going to read it again for edification. It says U.S. troops are combat ready on the Russian border. Lithuanian commander says, and it says armed forces are now ready to fight immediately. The NATO member top general says, because the United States, they're allies with Western countries, including the NATO as well, too. And it says American forces are now ready to fight immediately. The NATO member top general says the U.S. forces stations in Lithuania have switched their stance on deterring of Russia to combat readiness. Lithuania Chief of Defense Lieutenant General Vladimir Bobrowski, if I pronounce his name right, has said the country shares a border with Russia. Kaliningrad exclave on the Baltic Sea, as well as the Belarus and Latvia. It says the main factor used to deterrence the demonstration that they were here, and it could increase our forces at any time. Rosbowski told the radio of LRT on Friday, and it says now the situation has changed. Those units are being deployed so that they can fight immediately. It is a seamless transaction from the mode to another. At least until 2025, we have a rotation U.S. units that will carry our military training and service as a factor of the deterrence, but also we will be ready to carry out defenses actions together with U.S. and other allies, he added. The Chief of Defense said on Wednesday that he had been assured by the chairman of the U.S. Joint Chief of Staff, General Mike Milley, that American troops would have persistent presence in Lithuania. Balaton sees the U.S. units with about 500 troops. I bring tanks with Bradley armed vehicles and have been stationed. A rotation is in the eastern Lithuanian city of Parab since 2019. And it says NATO also maintain a German-led multinational unit in the country. It says the U.S. bloc announced enhancement of its U.S. military capability in response to Russian military operation in Ukraine, which began in February. NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg said in June that the alliance rapidly response forces will grow from 40,000 to over 300,000. And it says Moscow has repeatedly stated that it's considered NATO troops near its border a national security threat. Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Thursday that the bloc actions signify its return to conceptual priorities adopted during the Cold War. Right, so hey, we're living in those times of these nations are gearing up, preparing for war. That's why I brought out Joel 3 and 9, and I'm gonna bring it out again for edification's sake. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 9. Proclaim ye this amongst the Gentiles, which is the other nations. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near and let them come up. This is the book of Joel 3:10. Beat your plowshares and pursuance and the plenty hooks and let the weak say I am strong. Right, because he's saying that military capability and strength in the other nations as well too, not just the United States and NATO and Western allied countries. He's seeing that from these other countries as well too. China, Russia, Iran, North Korea, India, Pakistan, and many other countries as well too. That's why you've been seeing a continuous, increasing, consistently build up of these nations gearing, preparing for war. That they in that preparation, preparedness for war, and that's what we are seeing. Throughout the whole year of 2022. That's why y'all been seeing these nations gearing up, preparing for war, updating and upgrading their nuclear capability, and get ready for combat. And that's what we are seeing. Slowly but surely, it's increasing now, so more than ever. So this is just a little lesson that I wanted to bring out outside Walk Talk lesson for today on this December 2nd, 2022, on this Friday afternoon at 1:03 p.m. Central Standard Time. So that shows you a clear indication of a sign right here. We're in that time of these nations are gearing up, preparing for war, and the wars and rumors of wars are heating up now, so more than ever. So with that, I hope this lesson was edifying through the spirit, power, grace, and mercy of Yahweh Yahushua. And first and foremost, I'd like to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh Hashem, Yahushua Hashem Karkadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, preaching His word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, scattered to the four corners of the globe, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And shalom to the Akim, that be like unto the speckled word, preaching the word truthfully and sincerely. And until next time, I will say shalom and a ball.